Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Twisted Life and TV. I'm Poetry here for another recap and review of Put a Ring on It. This is the reunion show. We only had one part, thank goodness. I am so glad that this show is over. You just don't understand how glad I am that this show is over. Before I get started deeply into the actual reunion itself, one thing I want to say is thank you all for being here this entire season, for rocking with me on a new show. You know, my twisted opinions and everything that I give. I appreciate you all being here for that. And if they have a season 2, I probably would come back for season 2. Like I told you, I like different reality shows that have different casts, so maybe I'll be back for next season. If they do a spin-off show with any of these characters, I won't be watching it. I'm just letting you know that right now. They already try to push a spin-off for Ashley. And I like Ashley, but no, I'm not going to watch the spinoff of that. Some things that I've learned just from the live streams that I watch, and I want to say that I hate that I watch these live streams because it gave us too much false information. These people were putting on, a lot of them was acting, even though some of their situations were real. They embellished the shit a lot. Every last one of these dudes had a ring already bought before they even started to do this. Mike and Shay, I don't even know what to say about them two. They clowns. That's what I can say about them. They're some motherfucking clowns, but they are cohabitating. They bought a house together. I would never buy a house with somebody who I'm not married to. Let me say that first. I'm not going to buy a house with somebody I'm not married to. Whitney is still very much a part of their relationship. I still have not put a title to it. On one of the lives that Ashley and Hollywood did, they called it a throuple. It's like a 3-way relationship. It's really a couple, but then Whitney's added in. And the reason why I think they may say this is just my opinion, is because every time that Whitney's around, she has to be around Shay and Mike. Now, in this reunion, Mike said that, you know, he wanted Whitney to get to know Shay because he thought they were so much alike and they could be really good friends. But Shay and Whitney don't just hang together by themselves without Mike. It's a throuple is what they would like to call it. Let's see for something else here. I learned Ashley and Hollywood do not live together. They have not resided together this entire time. For the taping of the show, Hollywood came to Atlanta just to tape. Apparently, Ashley moved to Atlanta a year ago. Hollywood lives in Houston. Now, Hollywood said they're maintaining 2 separate households, but Ashley's been in Atlanta by herself for the entire year. He's in Hollywood. He's not in Hollywood. He's in Houston because, one, he owns a business there and his daughter is there. So he's not finna just up and move to Atlanta. I think the thing is he wants Ashley to come back to Houston. They are still not married. They have not even put a date on it. They still have drama. I don't even know why they're still together unless it's just for the drama. Tamika and Vince, I don't know. I unfollow both of them. I don't know what's going on with them, and I don't really fucking care. They got on my nerves the worst. I feel like Tamika's whole ruse now was a stunt. There was one interview that Vince had said that Tamika was faking the front anyway, that she was just acting. And one of you told me, one of my lifers, y'all told me that both of them were actors and they do a lot of this type of stuff together. So yeah, it made me think that they was actors. Kwame is an actor as well. We already knew Ashley was an actor. I told y'all that in the beginning. However, Kwame, Ashley, and Hollywood's situation seems to be the most real for me. Ulysses and Mimi, it looked like Mimi is still just holding on, y'all, and I don't know, and she sees some goodness in him, but I think she still questions and doubts herself. So let me get started with the reunion. Y'all got all my opinions here in this first few minutes. Hope y'all don't click off. Y'all just stick with me. I'm nursing a migraine, so forgive me that I don't have my studio lights on. This doggone laptop, the lights right here is bright enough for me and it's already hurt my eyes, but I'm gonna try to get through this. This is why y'all didn't get this recap yesterday. So we start off with Egypt Sherrod. If y'all don't know who she is, she's a TV personality. She does a lot of reality shows, mainly on HGTV. She's a life coach. which it would have been interesting to see her actually part of the show. I know we had Dr. Nicole being their relationship expert, but being that that Egypt is a life coach as well, I would have liked to see somebody really sort through with them their actual issues individually, their own individual issues. Like I said, I was very disappointed in the fact that I didn't see Hollywood get a one-on-one. Oh, one other thing. The entire taping of this show took 5 weeks, including the reunion. 5 weeks. How they developed such strong feelings for each other in 5 weeks is beyond me, with the exception of I think that they were still seeing each other. 5 weeks, y'all. 5 weeks, including the reunion show, is how long this show took place. Can't tell me this stuff is as authentic as they trying to make me believe. You can't make me believe in 5 weeks all these dudes showed up at the ring shop and all bought rings at the same damn time. You can't make me believe that. You just can't at all. Anyway, Egypt asked the couples what made them want to get onto this show. Shay answered that she only got on the show because she wanted to watch Michael date other people. This girl hurts my head so fucking much, y'all. She really hurt. She just can't be genuine and keep it 100 at all. I just don't see it. I don't see a genuine bone in her body. But I'm like, your whole intent really was to see Mike date. Girl, bye. Was you getting your cookies off because you saw Mike with other women? Because like she did say her sex life improved, but maybe that was it, to see him go out there and be with other women, know he was with somebody else so she can come home and get fucked real good. Is that what the whole purpose was, Shay? And based off of the fact they've been back together, they said 1.5 years that they've been back together. The fact that they've had all these threesomes since they've been back together, what does that really say about y'all relationship? Are y'all in an open relationship? Not in an open relationship that includes Whitney. I mean, if that's what you wanted to sign up for, fine, that's what you want to sign up for. But all this shenanigans and fronting that you've been putting on, and he got to put a ring on me, this, that, and another. Well, do you just need the other bitches to know that you the main bitch, that you the top when you the bottom bitch? Is that what they call them? Not the top, because in prostitution, it's the bottom bitch. And you just wanted them to know that you the bottom bitch. That's I got the ring. You know what I'm saying? Is that what that all was about, Shay? That's what I heard when you said that the only reason why you got on this show was to see Michael date other people and see how he will react. Not how you will react to him dating other people, but to see how he will react when he dates other women. I'm gonna throw home without you. That's what I'm gonna say. Ashley and Wood, they said they just wanted to try something new. They had been in this relationship for 9 years. Stuff was at a stalemate, so they just wanted to try something new. Now, I remember also an interview that Hollywood said. It was a YouTube interview. He said that he was already filming on another reality show. And he got contacted by the producers of this show, asking him and Ashley to be on it. I told you that all these people were linked in some kind of way, some kind of fashion. And because he got contacted, he felt like, okay, fine, I'll go ahead and do this. And that's why I ended up on this show. So maybe that's what they're trying something new is. Because like I said, but he said he was already filming another show and they contacted him. So it wasn't like he was seeking this show or whatever. Okay. So then they rolled some B footage on them, right? They got to the comment about that Shay made about Zion not being a part of this relationship, that he need to go get an Airbnb, yada yada this, yada yada that. Ulysses leaned all the way forward like, did this bitch really say that? And every time I hear it, I still say that to my damn self. Did she really say that shit? Mike is now defending her all over Instagram. Like, y'all must not have seen my stories, yada yada this, yada. I got a lot of yada yada this and yada yada that because I'm annoyed with these people. Basically, Dr. Nicole said that the whole purpose of this show was to do in the light what is normally done in the dark when you're thinking that the grass is always green on the other side. That kind of says to me that you felt that since these couples were going to cheat, or these couples had already cheated on more than one purpose, or these couples had already expressed, and seeing other people in a way, I guess it kind of was. Shay had already left Mike a couple times, one for another man. Vince was out there wilding out with other women. Hell, when he got with Tamika, she was the side chick in the first damn place. He was already seeing another woman, and Tamika was supposed to know her place, and she wanted to become the main bitch too. Ashley in Hollywood supposedly said a few times over that he wanted to see other people, leave the relationship alone. So I guess that's what Dr. Nicole was getting at when she says she wanted to see them do everything in the light instead of in the dark, and see how that they were gonna fan out. Now the thing about that is that in the live stream that Ashley and Hollywood did the night of the reunion, they got into this big argument about disrespect. Basically, they didn't have any rules for these dates other than you cannot fuck the other person. However, Ashley allowed her hands to get massaged. She allowed a pineapple to be fed to her. It was all kind of closeness and hugs and giggles and exchange of phone numbers. All of that happened. And Hollywood said that she disrespected him because he did that. Now, Ashley kept saying, you said we had no rules, and now that I abide by the fact that we had no rules other than don't have sex with them, now you mad? Say what you mean and mean what you say. I get both of them. I understand that Ashley's like, okay, this is supposed to be our ground rules. Don't try to change the game in the middle of the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand spades player to do that shit. We up here playing, joker deuce, and then you want to come in and switch the shit up. No, we're not finna do that. Because now you got an ace. You want that ace to beat that deuce, to trump that deuce. That ain't how that shit work. So that's basically what Ashley was saying. You had already laid out the game plan. We had already agreed on it. We had already discussed it. And now that you see me connecting with somebody, now you got a problem with it. Now you want to change the rules up. Same shit that Shay did. I told y'all Shay and Hollywood reminded me of each other as far as like their wants. And then Michael and Ashley kind of melt, reminded me of each other as far as what they were saying they wanted as well, or what they would do and how they would act. Yeah. So anywho, but like I said, I understand both of them, because Hollywood is saying, yeah, okay, we set these ground rules out. We said we wasn't gonna do this, that, and the third, or what we was gonna allow whatever to happen. However, I'm saying is because you knew you had a man, I shouldn't have even set those down ground rules out. You know how you're supposed to perform and behave as my woman. You know the respect level that should be given in what is due. So even though we say yes, hey, have free reign, I expected you to still respect me as your man in this relationship. I understood both of them fully. Okay. We was on that live stream for almost 3.5 hours, y'all. I wasn't there that long. They had started a good hour before I watched. But the whole argument between them, she's still waiting on him to grow up. And she's still waiting on his potential. He still don't even understand what the fucking problem is. How long I need to wait on you? He think he's waiting on Ashley, and Ashley is telling him, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to show some maturity. And every time that Hollywood opens his fucking mouth and says, I don't care, I'm about that life, you can leave, go and be with him, you are telling Ashley, I'm still the same motherfucker. I haven't learned a damn thing. I haven't learned shit. And then, every time you say, well, how long am I supposed to wait? You know what I'm saying? Shit, you questioning her how long she was supposed to wait on you? No. He ain't learned a damn thing. I just don't see the relationship progressing. However, I think Ashley is too scared to leave him. She too scared, because Ashley keeps hindering on or holding on to, we done put 9 years in. Fuck 9 years. If the 9 years wasn't making you happy, I don't give a damn if it was 5 years, 5 seconds, 500 years. If I ain't happy, move the fuck on. Like shit, I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. I gave a motherfucker 10 years. I did. Lord Jesus. And I couldn't understand why. I did. I understood why I was doing it. Lord Jesus. And mine was like, I had always been the motherfucker to bounce. When shit went wrong, nigga, you cheated, I was out of there. But I had friends who had been in these long-term ass relationships. Dude done had like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 babies outside their relationship, then burnt them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other ways. However, they were still together and they were still moving. I ain't gonna say moving forward, but they were still moving and I was still at a standstill. So I was like, let me try what these hoes do. Maybe that'll get me some longevity, some loyalty in the end. Like, I know my cousins, and I think this was what they was hinting at when they was talking about Vince and his mom and Tamika's mom and daddy, how they been together 40 years and he probably done did some shit. I think that's how like a few of my cousins are. Y'all been with these motherfuckers since high school, since y'all was knee high to a fucking grape and shit. And now 30, 40 fucking years later, now the motherfucker want to do right. So now you feel like you done had a prize. And I was never that motherfucker. So I was going to try that shit for a few years. I did for 10 motherfucking years. And I sit back and look at myself like, you stupid bitch. You wasted all your time. You're like, shit, fuck it. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be alone, but it ain't okay. It's not cool to be alone in a fucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. And that's where Ashley is at for me. She is afraid of letting go of that 9 years. Girl, fuck that 9 years if you ain't happy. That's what I'm saying about that. Anyway, you listen to Mimi ain't still together. But again, this whole taping of the show lasted 5 weeks. Mimi only left 3 weeks ago. She left the second week, remember? Outside of this, so Mimi, like I say, she says she sees a different side to him. And I'm just skeptical of this lasting between them. Like, grief is what's holding them together. It's coloring their vision. And it's really hiding the truths that they see in one another. But Dr. Nicole insists that they cling to each other because of this grief. I still say she is wrong. She is wrong. Oh my God. Shay, she claims that she was very shocked when Mike proposed. And so was the rest of us. But anyway, because she expected him to have a conversation with her first about what happened. But he just proposed to her, which tells me he didn't really give a damn about how she felt about Zion. He really didn't. Not like he was trying to portray to us, if she don't really feel my son, then it's going to be over. And within a 5-week period, all of a sudden now she want to be a mama. Come on, son. You can't make me, y'all fucking, it just got me cussing early this damn mountain. She says that if he hadn't proposed, she would have broke up right then and there. Now, she was dead set on breaking up with your monkey ass right then and there just because you wasn't going to put a ring on her finger. But your ass couldn't have the common sense to break up with her ass when she said she didn't give a fuck about your son in the beginning. Like, come on. I just don't understand that shit. Anyway, we finna bring out the fucking dates. We get to meet Peyton, Rick, and Whitney. Peyton looks salty as hell. You can't tell me that Peyton and Shay didn't fuck. They fucked. You can't tell me they didn't. Anyway, he said Shay was scared of the dick. I'm finna paraphrase. He said Shay was scared of the dick. She said we had a lot of sexual tension between us, so I had to move away. Basically, Peyton say she was scared of the dick and say, she kind of agreed. She claims that since they had a lot of sexual tension, that she couldn't be around him. And she hadn't reached out to him since. And he was feeling kind of salty about that because he was like, damn, bitch, you could have gave me some closure. You could have told me something, you know what I'm saying? We done fucking had a good night. I'm ad-libbing now. We done fucking had a good night, and then you ain't going to call me in the morning. You going to leave $20 on my dress and slide and walk away? That's basically what she did to him. So anyway, Mike was over there shifting in his seat, looking real uncomfortable. And Egypt was like, so what's the tea, Mike? What's going on? What's the emotions you feeling? And once he realized that he was showing his frustration, he sat up straight and was like, oh, no worries, she can be with other people. I don't care as long as she came home to me. They fucked. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, Whitney, Mike said he was all in. He could feel himself falling for Whitney. He liked her. He wanted to fuck her too. And but he realized he still want to let go of Shay yet. So he ended it, but not really, because after the finale, or the final breakup that he had with Whitney, he still reached out to her. He reached out to her, insisting that her and Shay be friends because they so much alike. Whitney was like, okay. This was a way of keeping Mike keeping Whitney in his life. On that live stream I said when they admitted that they were still dating that I had watched, he said that you're gonna always be in my life. He told her that. She was like, but if you keep messing around, I'm gonna end up being with somebody else. You know, that's what she said. So anyway, but they have, but so what happened is they got together. Shay, Whitney, and Mike got together due to Mike's insistence. According to Shay, she was like, "Yeah, he was really insisting on it. I didn't want to do it." And Mike was like, "No, I wasn't." She's like, "Yeah, you was." So she said, "I know I did." And they, we all got together. And Peyton like, "Well, what the fuck? I didn't get the invite. We all got together. I didn't get the invite." Rick was sitting there looking like the dun. He was like just like feeding off of Peyton, trying to anyway. And Mike was like, "No, you wasn't invited or what have you." He made some little smart ass comment to Peyton. Anyway, and then I was like, "But Mike, you weren't supposed to be calling Whitney. And you thought we was thinking about Whitney that much that you called her up and wanted her to be around your girlfriend. Y'all in a throuple," as they would call it. You really wanted to be with this girl. You wanted to smash her. You thought she was all, you could be all in with her. The only thing that was stopping you was the love you had for Shay. So you thought that it was good to make this woman that you desired so much be your girlfriend's friend. Y'all fucking. All three of y'all fucking. I mean, and Egypt said, "Well, Mike, Shay, y'all talked about threesomes before. What about Whitney? Y'all down?" And Whitney was like, Shay said, "Well, licked her lips and everything." I was like, "Did she do the lick lip? Did she?" It was at the thought of having Whitney's. Peyton and Rick looked at each other like, "What the? How the hell I miss out? How the hell I miss out?" Hell, Peyton was like, "I wanted to be in. I wanted to be down." Shit, because like he wanted to fuck too. Because remember how I told y'all Peyton looked at Mike when he came in. He was like, "Oh yeah, we could do this. It's tall chocolate." Mike and Shay tall as fuck. Anyway, Tamika and Vincent, she claimed they all good now. And they didn't talk about why they wanted to be on the show. But they all good now. She said Vince has gotten better. Now. Oh, Vince said that Shay has got. I'm not, Lord Jesus. Vince said that Tamika has gotten better. He spoke nothing about his own internal growth. Like I said, all the problem was on Tamika. She accepted all that shit. I ain't gonna say she deserved what she getting, but you get what you get. So, like, what I'm getting from this, that Mike and Ashley, like, were the only two people who respected the other person enough to tell them they were moving on, because Tamika didn't tell. No, Tamika told Brooklyn. I can't think of his name now. Devin. He told Devin. Christina didn't know. She said she never heard back. I don't know. I want to say Shantae didn't know, but I know Shantae and Hollywood is still talking too. They were still communicating as well, because Hollywood was doing a live stream the same night that Ashley was doing a live stream, and Shantae was on that live stream with Hollywood. They were still very much in communication. And everybody was in the comment section wanting to be mad at Ashley because Kwame joined her live. Fuck, Shantae still communicate with Hollywood. Shantae even chimed in to try to tell Ashley, "Look, this man loves you. That's all he does is talk about you." Well, why is he talking about me to you? What the fuck am I talking to you for if we not moving forward? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Hollywood and Ashley got into an argument. They brought Kwame out there. Kwame said he was confused as fuck, because the last thing that he told Ashley was that if you are done with me completely, let me know. Now, we saw on the show where she told him not to pursue, but that was until she made up her mind. But he said, when you make up your mind and you done with me completely, let me know. And he walks in there and he sees a ring on her finger and he ain't been notified. So Kwame was hurt. He was real salty. Him and Wood start having a small exchange of words. Wood being disrespectful. He won't call that man by his name. He been Kawasaki, Karuchi. He been Kamikaze. He been everything but Kwame. But anyway, like I said, they going to, and he was like, "Look, Hollywood told Kwame, look, I already told her if she want to be with you, she can have you." I can move on. This is the exact same shit. This is the reason why I actually don't want to marry your ass now, because you're so quick to throw her away. And then Kwame like this. So I'm confused. And if he told you that you could just go on the fuck on with somebody else, why are you still there? Well, fuck me. Take me out the equation. Why are you still there, Ashley? He steady tossing to the side. But anyway, Ashley says she's just not ready to get married to him as today. She still ain't ready. She's still communicating with Kwame. Yeah, and I think the biggest shock of the whole evening to me was the fact that Ulysses bought a ring for Mimi. But after hearing the conversation today, you know, he's not going to give it to her because he realized that she's still not ready. Like I said, you can still see the apprehension on Mimi's face. Like, you know, I could see the growth in him. And then he like, well, I thought we was ready to tie the knot. You know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all need to get over that grief. Once y'all get over that grief, you probably will never get over it fully, but once you let go of the level of grief that you're giving, then you can see each other again and realize that this is what's meant to be. Y'all only stand together because her dad died. That's it. And he's the reason why y'all was together for this long, because he liked Ulysses. But no, like I said, I really gave no fuck about Vince and Tamika, but she all giddy and happy. She got her ring, and she don't give a fuck about nothing he's ever done in life, you know. Like I said, Shay and Mike, they got a house together. They, like I said, I remember I told you he moved out, and then she ended up moving into his apartment that he had moved in out of. Now they actually have a house together. And Ashley and Wood is still arguing. She still ain't married him, even though she's still wearing the ring, which still shocks Kwame. She's still wearing the ring, but she don't want to let Kwame go. She don't want to let Hollywood go. But she don't. Only thing she do know is she don't want to get married to Hollywood right now, because she's still looking for something for him. She's still waiting on him. Why he think he waiting on her? That's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all felt about this season. Like I said, if they have a season 2, I'll probably watch this shit again just because. Let me know how y'all felt about that. When y'all watch it again, do y'all agree with the choices that each of them made? Do you agree that they should all have said yes or even proposed as far as the men is concerned? How did y'all feel about the reunion altogether? I'm just glad it was one part. I swear for goodness. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all again in the next video. Peace.